This is my randomology, and today we're going to talk about that certain thing. And after I did that intro, I realized I actually had made that exact same joke about the thing analysis a couple of months back. All right, look. If you follow me on social media at all, you know that I absolutely love The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing is probably one of the greatest horror movies as far as I'm concerned. I read the original story, what's it called? Who Goes There? Maybe, it had to be over 2 decades ago. And I saw The Thing, and I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters when it got re-released this year. So I'm a little mad about that. But I realized also that I never actually have seen the first version of the adaptation of the short story, it's actually closer to a novella, The Thing from Another World. So I'm going to watch that right now because why not? So let's watch The Thing from Another World. An RKO radio picture. Because fuck communism. Winchester Pictures, because you need a gun to feel safe. Howard Hawks is totally the alias for like a 1930s superhero. Oh, there it is. Now, this part I have seen before. The title sequence in John Carpenter's The Thing is a direct homage to this. And I'm glad they dropped the From Another World part. And if I remember correctly, the original short story actually has them defeat the Thing. So, and again, this is a 1951 picture, so given the standards that they had to go by, they might actually have something resembling a happy ending. There's an apostrophe missing there, I think.
Quite a spot. 105 in the shade, and the women hardly wore anything at all. She was very intelligent of them. Just lie there in a hammock.
God!
Pair of queens? I thought so, Aces. You ought to know better than to try fooling our captain. Only dames can do that.
My God, this is already so 1950s. I love it.
What's going on at the North Pole?
Some scientists are holding a convention up there.
Looking for polar bear tails.
What was it, a giant praying mantis?
Hello, is it? I gotta get a story someplace.
This already feels significantly less claustrophobic than The Thing.
Could be Russians. They're all over the pole like flies.
Don't get nervous. You're going.
Yes, sir.
Take along a dog team or anything you might need for rescue work.
Yes.
You know, as much as some of my students have complained about, like, some of the old movies that I had them watch for the review things, that they move really slow, I've actually found that a lot of, like, the 1950s and 60s dialogue moves really, really quickly.
Just tell me what you find up there. No one tells me anything around here.
Now, so far I haven't actually seen, heard the names of the characters from John Carpenter's The Thing, which actually, if you haven't read the original story, those names are actually used for a lot of the characters in the original Campbell story. Fuck that dog. Fuck it. No, I don't trust it. No. Although, let's be honest, all of us would have been killed in The Thing because all of us would have brought the goddamn dog in.
You better home in on me. I'll leave the key open. Or would you rather have me sing to you? Leave the key open. I was afraid you'd say that.
I didn't understand about half the jargon they used, but whatever. Well, this is already a change from the original one, like actually 2 different camps that actually are both alive. I don't think we need to see them walking into the base. I think we can assume they walked into the base.
Mr. Scott, Mrs. Chapman.
Pleasure, Mr.
Hello, Doctor. Nice to see you. Dr. Chapman, Mr.
We got women folk in this. This is really different from the John Carpenter version.
Where do you two think you're going? Where with you?
We want to tell her that was an awful way to treat our
Of course, if
captain.
you don't want us to go,
Why,
we
then
don't
we
have to
won't
go.
Dad, I
At least 6
really
people
didn't
read that note before I woke up. Now the whole Air Force is laughing at me.
Not so loud, they'll hear
They
you.
probably already heard. The only place it hasn't been is on a billboard.
Ooh, I didn't know you had such a nasty temper.
Oh my God. What is this?
What about this business of starting over again?
We'll talk about that later.
See, now this is something that the original, not the original, but the John Carpenter version didn't have. Absolutely no B plot. Everything was about the thing. I'm not complaining though. Like it actually, I think it's actually neat that we actually have some character beats.
It isn't a meteor. That's obvious. How do you determine the distance to the point of impact from here? By computation. Ready? That's quite simple, Captain.
This guy is just oozing evil scientist energy.
I'm gonna tell him.
Don't you dare.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Was this guy in This Island Earth? Because the voice and the face are very familiar. I don't know, just the fact that there seems to be a far more coordinated effort to explore this thing, it's taking a little bit of the horror away. Like the first one was just, the isolation was a big part of it. So I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this so far. I mean, it's fun. I mean, for what it is, it's a very fun movie.
Generating enough heat to melt that path through the crust, then sink beneath the surface.
What could melt that much ice? Let's get out and see.
I don't know, Superman?
Could an airplane melt that much ice?
One of our own jets generates enough heat to warm a 50-story office building.
That didn't answer his question. I mean, I know the answer. It's clearly not, but still.
Everybody, we're going to try to figure out the shape of this thing.
Why? You can just see it.
It's almost.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing that this is actually very similar to the Norwegian footage that they found in the first one. I keep saying the first one, but it obviously came out after this. I mean, in Carpenter's The Thing, the footage actually kind of looks like this.
It's occupants, if there are any.
Occupants? Why never? What a story. Where's that Hey, Barn! Hold it.
Well, gee willikers, God, aliens.
This is the biggest story since the parting of the Red Sea. You can't cover it up. Think what it means to the world.
I'm not working for the world, Scott. I'm working for the airplane.
Look, Sonny, if you think...
Yeah, we don't have a free press. We really don't.
A million years of history are waiting for us in that ice.
That is highly optimistic.
Burning under the ice.
Careful, Captain.
Why is it burning? Did they just blow up an alien ship? What?
Secrets that might have given us a new science. Gone.
That's just dandy.
That's just dandy? Like Secrets of an Interstellar Civilization, and your comment is that's just dandy?
Probably a fragment from the saucer. You may salvage something.
Oh, right, the actual monster. This is actually kind of interesting. Like they're finding the creature or the thing, whatever it is in this version.
Out and frozen fast before he could get clear.
Man from Mars.
How do you propose getting him out, Captain?
Oh my God. I don't know how I feel about there being this many characters. Like I just hit the microphone. I've caught maybe like 2 names so far.
Reports of unidentified flying objects are the result of one misinterpretation of various conventional objects.
Didn't look very conventional.
I don't know, man. That seems like you're licking the boot pretty hard.
Remember that bulletin was?
629-49, item 6700, extract 75,131.
Of course. You know, this actually is moving a lot slower than Carpenter's The Thing. So, again, I know, like, different time, different type of pacing. Like, obviously, you have to have a different kind of ending and all this other stuff. You know what? I am still 99% on Carpenter's The Thing. If that's supposed to be a block of ice, that thing should weigh a couple of tons.
Well, what are we doing now? Defrosting?
Well, this ice will melt pretty soon.
No, it really won't. It's because it's a giant block of ice that's at least 5 tons.
Sorry. I already pulled one boner out there in the ice. I'll admit I know anything about this.
I'm sorry, we pulled what? Also, I just realized that I completely forgot to turn on the closed captioning for this, so yeah.
Sorry. I already pulled one boner out there in the ice. I'll admit I know.
Hey, phrasing!
That's what I thought he said, but again, it still sounds funny. Like I know the context, culturally, the vocabulary, what it means, but it still sounds hilarious.
I could use something to read. Nice, quiet horror story.
That's a great line, actually. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Shh, 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 shh. All right. Okay. I got to try to put these things on and work the recording with one hand, because right now he is like wrapped around my left hand.
Somebody else will
Knock
get
it
the
off,
story.
Scotty.
Remove aircraft from ice at once. Use thermite bombs if necessary to melt ice.
Well, we're past that point.
Don't know if they're getting it now. I doubt it.
I don't believe it. Even the Pony Express got through.
Well, Doctor, in view of these
Not even the Pony
situations,
Express, really, in this weather?
Barnes, if he gets through, ask the General again about clearing Mr. Scott.
Just try to soft soap me. I don't like you any better.
Scotty.
I'll eat with you, Eddie.
Okay, really weird that they have a reporter on there, but they have to clear him for all the stuff that he supposedly will be seeing. Ugh.
Those geniuses are really ready to tear you apart. Ah, they're kids, most of them. Like 9-year-olds drooling over a new fire engine.
But also there's an alien life form down there, so I would probably listen to them.
Congress, Secretary of State, and especially General Fogarty. He's having a fit.
Isn't Anchorage fixed?
Yeah, but I mean the whole thing about, possibly finding an alien spacecraft and an alien life form.
See you for a minute, sir.
Sure.
So let's go out to the room where everybody's hiding out.
Hair and the eyes. When they're open, they look like they can see.
Bob, I haven't heard you.
Oh, it's got me too, sir, and I wasn't in there very long.
So this thing is an actual, thing that they can actually recognize body parts?
Thanks.
There's a smugness that's coming out of these guys that I can't chalk up to anything else but 1950s and 60s just jingoism.
You know, I'm glad we decided to start over again. I like it.
You know what? This is actually very interesting because we're more than halfway through the movie and we actually haven't had the Thing make an appearance. Now, that's not a fault. Well, not a fault. It's not necessarily something that breaks the movie because Aliens went through half the movie without actually showing a xenomorph. Now, I'm even including the extended version where you actually saw a couple of facehuggers with Newt's family. Still, that's not a deal breaker. This is just actually kind of interesting. I'm not expecting this thing to just burst through the eyes like it did in the prequel, but huh? What? Yeah, no, you want to hit the microphone.
Captain Henry.
That thing's alive.
Do you want to put the gun down? I just aim it at something that's not, people? I don't think we're going to have the exact same subplot of the paranoia and everything else from the first movie, are we? Still, everybody armed with 45s. That's fun. What the hell? What the fuck is that? Is he just tossing the dogs around? What is that? What? One of the dogs bit off an arm. That's actually a little bit more grotesque than I thought this movie was going to get. I mean, again, 1951.
It's kind of an arm.
What do you mean, kind of an arm?
He got along all right in a block of ice for over 24 hours.
Pretty spry for a guy with 12 dogs on him.
He sure was. Losing an arm.
Losing my mind.
Okay, I'm confused exactly. Is the thing supposed to be really strong or not strong? Which one is it?
I'm a doctor. Sounds like you're trying to describe a vegetable.
I am. Are you getting all of these?
Oh,
Okay, so this thing's closer to a plant?
you're describing some form of super carrot.
That's nearly right, Mr. Scott. This carrot, as you call it, is constructed.
I'm sorry. I know it's a 1950s movie, but the fact that they're describing this thing as a super carrot. Wow.
If you were for sale, I could get $1 million for you from any foreign government. I'm not therefore going to stick my neck out and say that you're stuffed absolutely clean full of wild blueberry muffins. But I promise you...
What the hell does that mean?
Older even than the animal arrogance that has overlooked it.
That's one for Ripley.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it, I guess.
No.
Seed pod.
Seed pod? Yes. A neat and
Pad pod.
productive.
Okay, these subtitles got to make up their minds.
If we can only communicate with it, we can learn secrets that have been hidden from mankind.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
No, I don't want to communicate with it at all. I want to throw a Molotov at it. I want to throw a nuke at it.
Moving. Miss Nicholson.
Yes, Doctor.
At 12:10 a.m., the hand became alive.
Hey, fellas, we've all been there, right?
I've been running around loose. Keep your door locked, Tex, and watch who you let in. Use your fire axe if you have to. Gun's no good.
What do you mean a gun's no good? Now look.
They just left him in there. Oh, God. There's way too many people involved. Like, part of what made the thing so enthralling was the fact that it was just like a half a dozen guys at a time. This is way too many people. That was it? That was your check of the room? Jeez. I don't know. I feel like if there was something under the tables, you would actually, like, fight it by now.
Outside door. Here, Pat. We're still batting 0.
I love the little touch of him, like, just grabbing, like, a... I don't know what that was, but he just ate it.
So few people can boast that they've lost a flying saucer and a man from Mars all on the same day.
The key's gone. Someone has entered and gone and locked the door from the...
Is it in there and you're all still talking about it? Oh, God, no. I didn't need to see that. Nobody needed to see that.
This time I'm sure we can communicate with it. We must.
Really? Based on what? So, we're not going to get the claustrophobia of the Carpenter movie. Okay.
Haven't you answered? Want immediate answer. Same to same. Radio silence unnecessary. Reference message forwarded to Hendry.
Okay, yeah, so you all blew up like the greatest scientific discovery of the century. Just big bada boom.
I heard Olson scream. When I turned, the thing struck at me.
Go on.
The Thing?
Oh, that's why they call it that.
They were both hanging from the beams upside down. They were dead. Their throats were cut. I crawled.
That's actually kind of graphic for this movie.
I want to get a picture.
You want to get a picture? Like, fucker. Just, Jesus.
You mean you want us to go in?
Seal the door with lumber, oil drums, anything you can find.
That's better.
What is that? What the lurch was that?
Did you picture, Scotty?
No, you were in the way.
I don't think that's what he said.
You, Doctor, are limited to your room, laboratory, and the mess hall, or this thing's finished.
Captain, you have no authority of any kind to issue such an order. No right to assume.
You know, I said he sounded like a mad scientist, but I guess.
2-hour shifts. We'll need volunteers. Oh, good. Count me in, Captain.
Again, there's way too many people for me to actually, like, focus on anybody.
2 of our colleagues have died. 3rd is injured. Those are our losses, and there may be more.
You know, given what this thing actually does in the remake and everything else, like, that's actually not a bad ratio.
The condition of the dog found in the greenhouse indicated that blood was a primal factor in the cultivation of the seeds. At 2 a.m.,
Okay, so this thing is closer to like a vampire than anything else? Is that what I'm getting from this? Is that what I'm getting from this? Jesus. Bean sprouts of the damned. What exactly do these things have to say?
will you be needing me anymore?
No, just finished typing my notes. Turn them to me.
Oh, silly woman, just like keep tapping my nose.
But your mind can't work if you're exhausted.
My mind's still perfectly clear.
No, actually, if you're really tired, then you're going to end up making a bunch of mistakes and...
In the greenhouse was not my fault.
We've read your notes, Arthur.
Yeah?
I think you should have consulted the rest.
You know what? If you're using alien cells to grow a bunch of plants, I think that's everybody's problem.
I'll be all right. I got the door braced good and there's no outside windows.
You know what? That's not going to actually do jack shit.
Wet it down. And you, Matt, cut it off. And don't miss. You two be ready in case it needs more.
I think you're right, Captain.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I actually do like the fact that the Carpenter version kind of borrowed from all this stuff, like set it on fire. Like, it makes sense.
1.9.
I mean, the thing in this one is basically just a monster. Oh, hi. Oh my God. That's a hell of a fire stunt. What was part 2 of this plan? My God.
If I don't get permission to send a story out, I'm going to shoot myself.
You better comb your hair first.
What hair?
Oh, come on.
Could the tank be empty?
Filled day before yesterday.
The main line could be plugged. You better get outside and fix it. Probably.
Or maybe this thing's actually trying to just fuck with you. I mean,
1.6, going up fast.
Go back to the Caesars. Give him a chance to get a look. Leave me room to reach that switch.
I mean, if this thing actually is radioactive, like, pretty much all of you are dead at this point, because... How you doing? You know what? This has the, doesn't quite have the punch of a Geiger-esque nightmare.
I won't allow you to destroy...
Turn on the generator. Get back here, Eddie.
You know what? The interpersonal conflicts are getting resolved way too quickly.
They think you mean to harm us all, but I want to know you, to help you. Believe that.
Doc, you
You're
are
wiser than anything
so
on earth.
dead.
Use
Oh my
that
God, you're
intelligence.
so
Look,
dead.
you know.
I mean, that'll do it for right now, but I mean, after this, what if it doesn't kill him? Okay, so that was it.
Take a minute.
It's pretty bad.
I don't know what they're talking about.
You ought to like something.
See, they know what's best for you.
I don't know if you guys are trying to help him or
Plenty of
what, but
voltage now.
Jesus.
One of the world's greatest battles was fought and won today by the human race. Here at the top of the world, a handful of American soldiers.
Okay, this is actually what I thought it was going to be. It was actually one of the... It's the closest thing to a happy ending.
Keep looking. Keep watching the sky.
Keep watching the skies for the scourge of communism that may, in fact, infect all of our lives. Let's talk about it. I was not expecting a lot, honestly, but that was exactly what I thought it was going to be. You know, 1950s, 1960s films, science fiction, horror, there was a theme that just kind of ran through them, which was the Red Scare. And this was really that, you know. And I don't know exactly what else to say that I didn't say when I was actually watching the movie. I mean, the 1980s Carpenter version of The Thing from Another World is the superior one. Not The Thing from Another World. Who Goes There? That was the original story. So, I don't know what else to say. 1980s version beats this one out of the water. This one's actually still interesting to watch, if only for the sociological perspective that it gives to the original story. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.